There he goes.
Welcome, everybody, to the One More Thing Tech podcast. If this is your first episode, and this is like your first time ever hearing me do that, for future reference, for the next couple of episodes that you listen to, you might want to, turn the volume down. Like just for the beginning part, though. Especially if you're going back and watching the episodes. I think I started this at like episode 6, where I just absolutely pulverized everybody's ears at the beginning of the episode. But if you're returning and you're surprised that I'm still doing it, guys, it might be early, but it's never too early to have a great day. And it's always a great day when we're recording our podcast. I'm your host, Quasi.
And I'm Adam.
And we have a lot to talk about today.
Quasi, when I named this episode, Tech is Crazy This Week, I am not kidding. It is a wide range of just emotions and just different things that I've seen that I'm like, this can't be real, and I'm excited that this is happening. So I cannot wait. Let's just dive right into it. The iPhone Air, Quasi. Okay, we had speculations, right, because of its thinness, and that's not going to be a good phone.
I feel like I was never a doubter. I feel like it was Adam had.
No. On this particular topic, Quasi, I think we both agreed that we were worried that it was going to be like really easy to bend and just like Bengay was coming back. I'm shocked. I'm very shocked, Quasi. Quasi, you want to fill him in with some information about this video we've seen about the iPhone Air?
Explain, guys. So, guys, back when the leaks were coming out, because of how thin the phone was, we were like scared that it was gonna be like an iPhone 6. Like people sat on the iPhone 6s and then it would bend in their pockets. This is horrible, right? You do not want your phone to bend in your pocket, right? So everybody was so worried about the durability. But then one of my favorite YouTubers, Jerry Rig Everything, did
awesome,
a video,
by the way.
Right? And now I don't know if I like watching Jerry Rig Everything because of the teardowns, or if it's because of the durability test. But for some reason, I find his content amazing, right?
It's soothing too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like, I feel like
I
if
don't
you
know
were
what
on
it
a
is.
different YouTube channel and they were destroying phones, they'd be like really loud and rambunctious. No, he's just and like, over here we have the new MagSafe charging port.
Yeah, it's about like that, isn't it?
This registers at a level 7 on the most scale of hardness. That's how he talks. Right?
It is.
So I don't know. He's like really chill. And he's always doing things for charity. I love that guy. Anyhow, he has this video out right now where this iPhone Air survives his bend test, right? So his bend test is he'll take the phone and then he'll bend it with all his might. I'm obviously not bending my phone because what if I'm
That's probably a good idea.
And
probably a good
my
idea,
phone
Quasi.
decides to shatter, right? That
Your last one had some problems. Let's not make that again.
So actually, Adam, if you can see, I already need a new screen protector again. Okay, I have an always on display. This isn't...
Quasi, we've had this discussion before, and I'm going to give this free plug out to this brand because I am just over thrilled about this brand. That's Magic John. You see this guy on TikTok, YouTube, and various other platforms that is taking this screen protector with a like battle hatchet from the 18th century and destroying other ones and going to the one that they make and just like it's a piece of wood in Minecraft, just chopping away at it. And guess what? It's not breaking. And you know what?
You'd be worried that the phone screen would crack under that?
No. Not at all.
No.
Not in the slightest.
And
you know what? I'm like, I got to try this. It's not that bad a price. I paid $20 for 2 of them. The best part, Quasi. Here's the best part about it. The application of a screen protector is no longer where you like are about to cry and get emotional and just get sad because I only have 1 or maybe 2 and I got to get all right the first time. There's going to be bubbles. There's going to be things underneath it. That's not a worry anymore. You put it in the pre-designed, like almost like cradle case.
I think that's
thing.
the best part because like
you close it. You close it. You pull a tab and you swipe in this little open screen part of it where it like adheres to your phone, and guess what? You're done. It's perfect every single time, and there's no bubbles. There's nothing underneath it, and like it sounds too good to be true for the price. But let me tell you, it's incredible. And I have 2 of them now. I'll never go anything else. Zag used to be the best out there.
Hey, so actually, I think if you want to give me one, I think it'll fit my phone. Just saying. I'm pretty sure.
Which one do you have?
A 16 Pro Max.
Okay, I have a spare one. I'm getting my new phone soon, so.
I was actually actively about to order one.
Oh,
but I
it's at my house.
I was going to let my screen protector break just a little bit more.
Remind me, and I'll bring it for you. If it fits, you're welcome to have it. Because mine's
while we're
mine's
talking
gonna
about
last.
Durability, though, while we're on the topic of durability, back to that bend test. He was bending the iPhone Air. He couldn't bend it. Mind you, I've seen this guy snap phones before.
Oh, I have too.
Right?
It's not even a pretty way. You hear like Rice Krispie treats, Quasi. They're just cracking a little bit, with the milk or water, whatever you like. If you do water, that's really sick. But anyway, you hear that like cracking, and then just you're like, it's like a femur in a football game breaking. It's how it sounds, you know. And it just, let me tell you, that sound makes me cringe more than most things. But when he did this iPhone Air, Quasi, I didn't hear that. Did you? Now, that's later on, of course, when you put through the most extreme part, obviously.
Okay.
So,
yes.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So he's doing the bend test, right? He's like, okay, I couldn't break it, but I have a plan B, right? And I was like,
he always has a plan B.
What could plan B be? This guy goes and gets a crane to put 215 pounds of pressure in a concentrated area just to get the phone to snap a little bit. Mind you, this phone doesn't snap in half the entire video. The screen shatters before the phone even gets close to snapping.
Which is what we should expect, right? Glass, for the most part, is going to break before metal, typically, right? So it should. But
so that titanium shield is good.
I could not believe it. I think it was something, Good Morning America or something, was with some execs at Apple, and they had the iPhone Air, and they were actually trying to do a bend test in front of them. And the level of confidence that each person from Apple had in real time, Quasi, was like, try it. Let's see what you could do.
That's a tough phone.
Unless you're going to get some bodybuilder that's like going to put between his knees and just smash it like, a toothpick. This guy tried, and he could not even, it gives, right? It's supposed to give. It's what it's designed to do. But you're not going to just snap in half. You might have to get 2, I don't know exactly, just 2 trucks going at 58 miles an hour into a spot where it can just hit at the right angle just to bend it. It's insane. You could put this in your back pocket, and no matter how you sit on a chair, wood or not, it's not going to bend. I could not believe this, Quasi. Shocked me on so many levels. Did you have any type of idea this is going to be the case for the iPhone Air of all phones?
I trusted Apple to make it more sturdy than the iPhone 6, but I didn't think they were going to make it as tough as they made it. Good. Hey, Tim Cook, you kind of cooked here.
That might be the most enticing feature this phone has to offer more than anything else that it has, I think. Right? Because when purchasing an iPhone Air, one thing you're going to be really just concerned about, because it's too thin, is it going to break? Mind you, this test was with 0 case. So you're not adding that protection layer to this entire thing at all. This is a caseless iPhone. I do not understand how that's that powerful. And I am very impressed. 215 pounds of pressure, that's like an alligator, bite, basically, right? Isn't it? Or something close to that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never been by
I think they actually have way more than 215 pounds. They have close to 1,000. But regardless of all that, you shouldn't see yourself in that situation when an alligator is a threat to break your phone in half. And if it is, remove
You need to
yourself from that
rethink some
preceding
life decisions.
area.
Actually, if I could, yesterday I saw on my Instagram somebody, you know how when you're on the game and you're like really good at the game, people tell you to go touch grass? This guy touched entirely too much grass. He was out there picking up boa constrictors, holding 5 snakes in one hand.
Boa constrictors?
He was like slapping crocodiles for some reason. I just don't understand what
Boa
possesses...
constrictor is like the one snake I would not ask for a hug. Just not. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, it's weird because there's a lot of people that have them as pets. And, like, for the most part, which you would think this is not true at all, they're not, like, awful, which is really strange. Like, think about it. Someone breaks in your house, they see that. Are they going to, like,
turning
proceed?
Around immediately?
Yeah, they're gonna go. I mean, imagine going to someone's bathroom.
Slither around.
Yeah, imagine going to someone's bathroom. You're using the restroom, right? And then like it comes out of the toilet. What are you gonna do? You're gonna like leave the premise and probably the state. Fun little story about a snake, and this is just a quick little thing. I was with my grandfather, and I worked with my uncle delivering appliances. And there was a time we had to go under the crawl space to put the vent for the dryer up because it was too long than what they had. I was still really new at the job, and he was showing me how to do this exact thing. And a little garter snake met him down in the crawl space, which is not typically a spot you want to meet a snake most of the time.
No, absolutely not.
Well, I gotta say, this 70-year-old person at this time was like leaving that crawl space faster than I've ever seen him move in my entire existence. With that being said, he told the homeowner that there was a snake in the house. Now, this is not this snake is like the size of a straw and a little bit longer. Maybe one of those like squealy straws. And that person like sold their house and moved down the next month.
Yeah, that's actually like exactly what my dad did when there was a snake in our house in Guam.
Was the snake like... How big was the snake?
No, it was, a decent size. I actually have a photo of after we killed it.
So it seems that perhaps...
This is the snake in a box after we killed it.
Oh my gosh. Why'd you put it in a box?
Actually, funny story behind that. What happened was... We were, like, all my siblings were sitting on the couch. We were playing the Nintendo Switch, right? We're playing Mario Party. I have to go use the restroom, right? So I go use the downstairs bathroom. Well, I attempt to, right? As I'm walking over there, I see like, someone on the floor. Like, that's weird. But then the thing on the floor starts moving. I'm like, oh my God, is that a snake? Right? My brother's like, yo, Quasi, stop playing around. Right? He gets up, he sees the snake, and like this, all my siblings were up the stairs. Like, I'm telling you, I've never seen all of my siblings move that fast.
Was it a unanimous choice that you guys thought the snake would make no efforts to go upstairs?
Apparently. I don't know what the thought process was, but everybody... And my dad and mom were like, what's all this ruckus? What are you guys doing? I'm like, there's a snake! So my dad comes down to come find the snake. But by this point, the snake has crawled into a vent or into the laundry room or something. And we can't find the snake. We were out of that house in less than a month.
But you killed it.
We did kill it. But the second part was... The next time we were out there, because we had a basketball court out in the front, right? I was coming home from school one day, and there was just a snake tangled on the basketball court. I said, Dad, I can't keep doing this. And Dad didn't want to keep doing that. So we moved, and our snake was left with us.
Did the snake at least purchase the house to be like a champ, or no? No, just okay.
I hope not.
Wow.
That'll really suck for somebody else.
Speaking of snakes, the iPhone Air, for being a little thing.
Speaking of snakes.
It, once again, I am very impressed that this was even accomplished by Apple, like, at all. I never in 20,000 years would assume that a durable phone would be an iPhone Air. I'm very impressed with that. I'm not buying it still. Let's make that very
Absolutely
clear.
not, because of the battery.
I did not buy it, but I am very, very happy that they were able to achieve this level of engineering that makes it that durable. I mean, And during his test, Quasi, because you watched the video, I did not see the whole thing. At what point did the actual screen break during like his test for 215 pounds? So that's what it took for the screen and the actual case
just for
to do?
the only here. Let me just pull it up for you.
The glass lasted 215 pounds of pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just said the front glass shattered. Oh my gosh. We're going to link to his video because we like Jerry everything. And actually, if he would like to be on this podcast, open invitation. Oh my gosh. He has like a Humvee from like H1.
So they're at 216 pounds, and then he decides to let it go. The phone never snaps fully in half, and it's just the screen that shattered. Everything else literally works.
It worked.
He still
being like an L. It's almost a U.
Yeah,
that could be used in the alphabet song.
If you saw it right there, the screen is still responsive. Hold on.
Well, digitizers and iPhones are phenomenal. That's insane. What? Does the camera even work?
Durability is like not a question. I would assume the camera still works because all of the stuff that's important about the camera is up here in the housing. And,
Man, let's just take this moment, Quasi. Good job, Apple. I'm very impressed. Not that you couldn't do it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you went above and beyond. Whoever Apple's like, guys, this has got to be really good. I think it was John Turner's or whatever. I think he was one behind that. And I'm very impressed. Good job, Apple. That's awesome. And here's just a time we have to say this. It does not matter if you are an Android person or an Apple person or something else that's not either of those. You have to at least give Apple props for accomplishing this. And if you don't, that sucks for you. But if you do, just know that this is an incredible feat of engineering that I don't think any phone this thin has achieved. I mean, do that same test on the new Fold from Samsung that's thinner and see if it even comes close. If it does, I'll give them props. If it doesn't, step up your game, Samsung. Step up your game.
While we're on that topic, though, guess what might be coming next year?
I don't want to say it's definitely coming. Segue.
Yet. Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to say it. You don't have to. I will say it. The iPhone Air is 100% coming out next year. No questions. You know why I know that? You know I know that? They've already made it. It's made right now.
The iPhone Air?
Sorry, Fold. Okay. I thought you were on the next topic.
We are on the next topic. You said the iPhone Air
I did,
is coming out next year.
Let's rechange that thought process here. The iPhone Fold is what we're talking about here. Oh, whatever. It's just how it is. Okay. So the iPhone Fold Quasi, which we've discussed in this podcast many times, is 100% coming out next year as an Apple offering during its September event that we recently just had. I'm excited for this only because we have some new information about this phone we didn't have before that we want to share with you guys. So why do you think I know it's going to come out next year? We have confirmation from some people at Apple that the phone is currently done. They made the entire design. Everything's done. The glass, the whole spectrum of the project is complete. They are right now going through extended durability testing, extended software testing, and testing for the entire unit as a whole to make sure their launch is not going to be like the Samsung and the Pixel instance that we've seen. So I will give it to Apple. If they're going to give a whole nother year for that testing phase, that is incredible because
I'm not worried about the durability at all.
The Fold launches have been the sucks in the past, right? When it comes to either software or hardware, look at the very first Samsung Fold. What a disaster that was. Shame on them for even thinking that was okay. R&D was on vacation for a year, or felt like when they did that phone. Apple is doing their best to make sure their Fold is going to be worth every single penny and that you're going to want it. Now, as we both know now, with the iPhone Air being so thin with titanium, that same concept is going to be in the iPhone Fold. And that's what I'm excited about, Quasey, because we're seeing that they're going to bring back titanium for this phone. Doesn't that excite you a little bit? Because, well, they kind of have to for a foldable phone, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just to keep that not rigidity, but like that durability.
Well, it's going to have to be pretty thin on both sides, so it's not so thick. You know, they don't want it to be as thick as a cinnamon roll, for sure.
Right.
What else is it having, Quasey?
So it's rumored to have a 7.8-inch inner display with a 5.5-inch outer display. So for comparison, that's about just a little bit less than the size of an iPad mini.
Yeah.
An iPad mini has an 8.3-inch display.
I'll ask you this again, Quasey. If iPhone Fold comes out and you have a choice to either get an iPhone Pro that year and keep your iPad mini, or iPhone Fold and remove the iPad mini from your inventory of items, what would you? Okay, I'm just asking a question. Is it something that would you be willing to give up your iPad mini to have this phone, right, or keep a Pro model and keep your iPad mini?
Because here's the issue, right? Back in the summer when we discussed this, the thing was I was using my iPad mini pretty much every day to play video games. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I really don't know, my iPad mini has been relegated to just a YouTube video player now. And I just watch, like, it's a screen small enough and a screen that gets dark enough that I can prop it up when I'm going to sleep and, you know, maybe learn something that I haven't learned yet. And that's what it's being used for at the moment. It's not being used to play any games whatsoever. I think the last time I played a game on my iPad mini was before school even started.
Do you see the performance of your iPad mini to be equal or less or more with new iPadOS 26?
So it's weird. When iPadOS first came out, or not iPadOS, but iPadOS 26 first came out, when I would do the new little tab thing and I would like drag and have more than 2 tabs running, it would like completely just die. Like, not just the battery, but like I don't think the processor in my iPad mini is high enough to really be able to support that. Yeah. So it was like having a rough time, but now it's a little bit more optimized. So it can run 4 or 5 apps at one time.
Wow.
Not that I'm running 4 or 5 apps. Yeah. Not just, it's not the latest mini. It's the generation before the latest mini. So
wow.
It's really impressive in my opinion.
They should always keep the mini. It's the very first iPad I ever had, and I still have to this day. I have the leather Apple case. It's like the one that folds over like a little book almost kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have that case. Probably the best case Apple's ever made for that time period, hands down. I mean, the comparable ones to the iPhone was just, it was so bad. Like, you could drop it on a pillow and things would shave off that case. It was that it just did not last. I don't know why. So, in any case, I'm also excited about the way they're going to do this whole crease. It's a crease-free book fold design. Now, as you know, I can always kind of tell with these phones that are foldables where that crease is, even though it's not really like a apparent crease.
It doesn't take a genius when you just unfold the phone and it's probably right down the middle.
Look, can we share this screen really quick? I know it's not the best example of what they're going to do, but it gives you a concept of at least what they're going to do. I'm so curious how they're going to pull this off, because at any angle you're going to kind of know where the crease should be at least, right? Even if it might not be there, and zoom if you can. I'm just very impressed when this whole concept comes to be, because if they can pull us off where that crease is almost non-existent, kudos to Apple, because I don't think even to date the Pixel Fold or a Samsung Fold or the rest of them out there had that pulled off quite perfectly yet. Now, Apple has one thing that they don't have. They've seen how the competition does theirs the past several years, and they now have a base model to go off of. And panels are getting better. I mean, foldable OLED panels are going to be really nice, and I'm excited to see this. I mean, Kwesi, it might change my mind in seeing more information about this fold. I don't know yet. Because, like, I have to imagine in my head that this product would be classified to be more pro than the current pros. Would you say?
Yeah,
like in the
especially
sense of specs?
You know how Apple does their, like, pricing ladder where they'll have... Well, I guess it's a little bit skewed this year, but, like, the 16E had one camera, the regular 16 had 2 cameras, and the Pros have 3. This one's projected to have 4 cameras.
4.
So it'll seem a little bit more pro. Or actually, probably, like, a little ultra. I don't know what they're going to call it, but if they call it the iPhone Ultra, I won't be surprised.
So my guess is when you see one front camera when folded, one front when it's unfolded, is that going to be like a 48 megapixel telephoto like that we have now in the 17s? Or they're going to
I think that would actually be the cheapest to produce, yeah, because they're already producing it.
But that point, I hope they would go higher because they are testing 200 megapixel cameras as we speak. That would be the product to do it in, right? Make this thing just out of the park incredible, where all the other folds wish and hope they could one day achieve this level of engineering excellence. That's what they should strive for in this model. I'm excited, but there's another feature, Kwesi, that I'm actually a little bit not concerned about, but it's weird seeing this come back. Touch ID for a fold, Kwesi, and not a unlock with Face ID. What are your thoughts with that?
Touch ID has its benefits compared to Face ID. I hear people complaining about a lack of Face ID on the Mac all the time. And I don't really agree with those people. I like Touch ID. I've always liked Touch ID, especially nowadays with how fast Touch ID is. Touch ID is fast.
Oh,
I think
it is
faster
awesome.
than Face ID.
Yes.
In most cases. So as
Well,
long as
you know
it's
what?
not like changing the experience too much, but the entire phone experience is going to be changed with that fold. But go ahead.
Touch ID does not care if you have like wake up face, right? Your hair's all over the place or whatever. You just do it. You're done, right?
You just need to not be wearing gloves.
Exactly.
How often
Or
is
slice
that?
your fingers with a knife during cooking, like whatever it takes to not do this. So I'm happy to see that. And of course, you mentioned titanium design, which I'm a little sad that this isn't a thing in the 17 Pros this year because I understand why they did what they did. But we're seeing reports, Kwesi, if you probably see in the news, people are returning their iPhones because they're denting easy, they're scratching easy, and Jarek Everything stated in this video that he showed us, it was not that challenging to scratch this phone. And that is exactly why these no-case people need to realize you gotta stop that. You just gotta protect it.
No case
it's so
doesn't
expensive.
make sense.
It does. There's one aspect of it. You get to see the phone for what it is and its beauty, and I get that. But it's also a device as, what, $100 to $2,000 in that price range, and you don't want to protect it? Like, I don't know. In my head, that's something you want to protect and keep nice and pristine because I do trade-ins, Kwesi. I want my phone to continue I have a whole line of times where I've done this. I turn my phone to Apple or whoever it is, right, and they say it's pristine condition every single time. I want to keep that trend going. So that's just me. Okay. All right. So that's the fold, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. And let's just remind people, Kwesi, that we are also on YouTube. So as you're listening to this in your car, on the way to work, or wherever you're listening to it, just don't forget that YouTube is going to show some of our reactions that you're not going to see in our audio portion of this podcast. I know we mentioned quite a bit of things that we're showing, like we just showed the iPhone Fold, the screen, stuff like that. Just know that you can go back and watch this on YouTube and see a lot better experience. And we're working in the background on some things that might make that video experience a little better. I can't say what it is yet because it's just some plans, but it's just something to look forward to, maybe. Okay. We have to go to the next topic, Kwesi.
Do we?
This is going to be a short one, I think, for sure. But I want to at least bring it up because, it's a thing that Apple offers. It's probably not the most popular product, but it's something that's nice still.
I think I know what you're talking about. Could it possibly be the new Apple TV that's rumored to come out later this year? with the A17 Pro chip.
And guess what? That's about it.
It is about it. I can't lie.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot to it.
Else that I'm missing?
Well, the N1 chip for the Wi-Fi chip, too.
Yeah.
Or Wi-Fi 7 support. It will support 5G and 6G bands. Faster Wi-Fi. But realistically, I mean, I've always kind of got my Apple TV set up where they're always plugged into LAN. I'm not saying that they suck on Wi-Fi. I want to put them on LAN just so that experience is even better. That's all.
Wait, I am hearing that you might be able to connect your phone to, like, make it, like, whatchamacallit, like, for FaceTime. You might be able to connect your phone to do the FaceTime off of the Apple TV. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Nice thing. I guess there's one more thing we had to mention, too. There's a very high potential that we're going to see up to $100 cheaper price tag for the Apple TV. You know, I kind of want them to do like one of those like a little Fire Stick plug-in HDMI things as a travel Apple TV, if that makes sense. Like you're on vacation to some hotel, you want to bring the whole Apple TV. Not that it's too big, but it's just a smaller device for packing into a suitcase, right? That's all I'm getting at. So not much going to happen here, but it is going to be some enhancements here. I mean, you have to ask yourself, what else can they do to it, right? That's what it comes down to. And I'm not saying this is an awful upgrade. I'm just saying there's just a small one. So just know that's coming soon, and this is expected to come out next year. Okay? Same remote, main thin design, couple things that they're changing, so you guys know. Okay, Quasi. This makes me a little bit sad right here.
What?
Because we see this already happen before recently, and now yet another price increase from Microsoft for the Xbox.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, because I thought that they could figure out the tier pricing and make sure that price change that happened not too long ago.
So there's
would
actually
just be the
really
price
only
change.
one company that can do that. If you've been paying attention, it's really just Apple. Apple's the only people who can like take the brunt of that punishing and still give you a quality. Wow, I just stuttered. Whoa! And still give you a quality product for that same price. Unfortunately, Microsoft has no clue what they're doing, and they're increasing the price of the Series S to $450 and the Series X to $650, which is a far cry from the $500 that we started at. The $500 and I think $300.
Well, to break things down a little bit, the first thing to note is October 3rd is the date. It's what they call D-Day for these price changes, Quasi. We see now $379 for the 512 gig Series S. The 1 terabyte Series S, $429. It's about $20 increases. And then Series X Digital, $489. It's $50 more. And also with that same increase of $50, we're going to $649. Are they the worst prices? No.
Yeah, you can still afford them if you like.
But
sell your
it's the
kidney
same thing as they came out. They're not new. That's the thing. Yeah. And I'll say this again. The price of these consoles that are already here in the States are going up, and that's just more money for them. And I don't know if I like that. Make those price changes for what's coming from China and such like that now, not what's already here. And 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition is $799, up from $729.
I mean,
at that point,
I feel like that one was just over expensive anyway.
Well, at that point, we just need to have realistically the Xbox LIX just come to play when you buy that, which Quasi, by the way, comes out in October. Are you still, are you eyeing that at all from ROG?
Am I eyeing it?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Sometimes I'll see a video about it and I'm like, that's really cool. But then I look at my bank account and I'm like,
I know, that's what it comes down to. Okay, can you share your screen, the IGN article? I updated that from our original article. And just show where the screen, that big image, just so we can show the audience the graphic of the actual
article.
The show notes.
It hasn't updated yet. I'm still looking at the Reuters.
Oh,
Bear with me.
I really thought it would update by now. I'm sorry about that.
You would think. I can actually just find it. Let's IGN Xbox.
Yeah, sorry guys. I thought that would update like that. It just did not do that. That's unfortunate.
They actually have like a ton of things. I'm gonna do Xbox price hikes.
That's exactly why I typed anything.
There we go.
There it is. I think you probably got it now, right? Okay. Yeah, there we go. There is the actual price increase. So you can see a visual, and man, it's a little scary. It just might entice people to buy the Xbox Ally X, which I think is going to be the way to go anyway. So in any case, that is the Xbox price increases. Not a big fan of that. Wish it didn't happen. Tariffs have to occur. They don't have to occur. They're occurring, and this is what's the result of that. So just know, if you already had an Xbox, you're not affected by this. So that's a good thing. Okay, Quasi, this next one makes me a little bit happy here. And you mentioned this yesterday, too, in our little discussion we had. So the Steam Deck, which is a device that I, to this day...
This is like a complete contrast to our last topic.
I know it is. I love the Steam Deck a lot. It is a device, even though there's so much competition in the market, right? We see that there's MSI Claw, Legion Go, Xbox Ally X coming soon, ROG Ally already out, and even some other competitors too, the Legion Go. They all have great performance. They all have great things to offer, right? That's a thing that's happening for sure. But when it comes down to it, the Steam Deck has a place in my heart that I'll probably never leave because it just plays what I want to play very well. Super easy. There's no bloatware, no crap. SteamOS is incredible. And guess what, Quasi? Valve actually just did something really crazy. They actually are knocking off $20 off of the Steam LCD model. That's $80 reduction, Quasi. So what's the price, Quasi? Tell the audience what the price is.
Well, if you look at it, if it was like, hold on, bear with me, guys. So, hold on, I'm like,
so I put you on the spot.
know I don't remember what the original price was, but I do know that it's starting
$399.
I guess yesterday, it's $320
from $399 for a 256 gig model, which is like the same storage you get in the Switch 2, by the way, which is a lot cheaper than the Switch 2, and overall has better performance than the Switch 2 and better everything than the Switch 2. Just as no good comparison out there at all. So this is a device, Quasi. Go ahead and show them that article if it's not on the show notes. I think it is. So you can see the image of it. And just focus on that image. And I'll kind of lead this up a little bit. And then Quasi can share his thoughts as well. Okay, so there's a Steam Deck if you've never seen it before. This device is, oh my gosh, it's changed the way I play games, for sure. But the thing about this is, you might be saying to yourself, it only has that much storage. How's it going to play the games I want to play? Well, you can change it. Now, Valve would say officially they don't want you to change the storage, but they give you the options to do that. So it's possible. It can reinstall your SteamOS. So I have a 2 terabyte, not SD card. Well, I do have that too. But a 2 terabyte NVMe 2230 inside. Mine, unfortunately, is capped at 4 terabytes, which I need more space, but that's neither here nor there. But you can have up to 4 terabytes in a Steam Deck and play most games you want to play. And the SD card slot allows you to do up to 2 terabytes, which is a phenomenal upgrade. And this thing it's so great. I mean, playing Pokemon games Quasi back from the DS and all that stuff is just phenomenal. And newer games like Cyberpunk, Helldivers, I mean, even playing Stardew Valley, a game that doesn't use much power at all, and even some of the high-intense games, it's just incredible. And playing wherever you're at. I love that concept, Quasi. So anyway, I want to just say that this is out for a reduced price. Now, Quasi actually seemed enticed from this price. Did you not, Quasi? Share your thoughts, if you don't mind.
So, personally, I've never had a Steam Deck, but, with the new reduced price, that might change here soon. that might change.
If you get this, Quasi, I'm just letting you know, it is just, you're going to love it. It goes with me wherever I go. It's in my car right now. Just letting you know. I'm ready to play it all times. And I love it. Is it the best thing that's out there to play games? No, it's not. So far, but this Steam Deck 2 is going to blow everybody away when it comes out, just so you know. So, I just want to let everybody know that you have the option until... sorry, I just had this image just recently of this exact thing. You have until October 6th. So that's coming up very soon, which is the day, actually, I should be getting my iPhone. So, I'm excited. Quasi, if you get this, you have to let me know.
I don't think you'll not hear about it. That thing's pretty hard.
Oh, I was so happy if you do. That would be so fun to play. Okay, so anyway, that's the Steam Deck OLED. Sorry, Steam Deck LCD model. The OLED pricing is still the same, but you should get that still. It's phenomenal. And if you do get it, let me know, because that's a great price reduction, and it's a fun device to have. Okay, Quasi, I know you asked a question about this before the show started. You had, Adam, why did you put that as your app of the week? I'm going to explain that today, okay?
Okay, please.
So, I'm a massive fan of Monopoly. I love the game. I know it takes 4 eternities to play, typically with friends and family. But occasionally with bots on my phone, it's fun to play. You can play with other people too if you like to. I don't do that. But I do play it. It brings back a time where you had to have strategy. Because, you know, you can't always make trades with bots or people that you want because they might not do it at all. And you have to have a good strategy of how to beat them with properties that suck or don't suck or however you want to play the game. But it's just a game that it was an upgraded version of what I used to play on the iPhone back in the iPhone 6 and 7 era, that it finally got updated to a new game. And the graphics are phenomenal. The animations are great. And I still love the game. So for me, my app of the week today is Monopoly. It's so fun. How about you, Quasi?
For me, my app of the week is the Apple Fitness app. Right? And let me tell you why.
Oh, okay.
This is out of pure pettiness.
Pettiness? Oh.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was 3 weeks ago, my mom closed her rings. She closed all her rings. And that day, I didn't close my rings. And my mom had a lot to say, Adam.
Like what?
That I need to get off my butt and go run or something. And then just a lot of yapping about how she was on top of her fitness and I wasn't.
Oh.
What do they say, Adam? They say don't poke the sleeping bear. So you know how Apple Fitness has the fitness challenges, right?
Yes.
So I have multiple brothers, but it's me, my older brother, and my mom that are on one fitness challenge. For the last couple of weeks, I have been dominating Adam. It hasn't been close. It hasn't been close at all. I'm closing my rings 3 times over out of pure spite, Adam. Out of pure spite.
Do you want to share with the audience what those goals are for your Apple Fitness rings? Just so we can get a comparison.
Let's take a look here.
Probably less than mine, which is a bad thing.
What's yours looking like? How do I find that?
Fitness.
How do I edit summary? No, that's not it.
If you click on the actual ring, once you go into fitness under activity rings, it tells you.
Okay. So it looks like...
What's your mood going in calories?
In calories, it looks like it's 320 here.
Mine's 600.
Interesting. Well, I still would have doubled, or 1,800. That's what tripled. I still would have tripled your rings.
Oh, you probably that's what I'm saying. You got me beat. What about exercise minutes?
30 minutes.
I have 40.
Isn't that much, but and then stand hours. Where am I standing for 17 hours? Like, why am I
17? Mine's at 12, yeah. So like once per hour at least.
No, mine's at 12, but like, where am I standing for 17 hours? This is very interesting.
Well, I think you did 17 times within 17 hours, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, but like, why am I up for 17 different hours?
Okay, what about your steps in distance?
Steps and distance, 13,000 and 6.35 is the average. 6.35 miles.
See, yesterday, it was bad yesterday. I only did 3,103 steps with 1.34 miles. I'm usually averaging 6 or 7, I would say. And that's just me doing work and various other things. But, we have days that are good and we have days that are not good. So it's okay, you know. I know I have to have better goals for fitness in general. I mean, I'm not, completely slim.
I didn't bring this up to, shame you. Everybody's at their
own
point.
I have goals on that meeting, and I'm upset myself about that. But I know we all have excuses for fitness, right, in general. But one thing that I have an issue with that happens with me is my lack of time sometimes.
Yeah,
I might have jobs after work. We have podcast stuff we have to do. I have family time. And, man, I tell you what, it's just – I think the hours when you leave work between we have to go to bed is like the same hour comparison of lunch. It's so fast and it's our bedtime.
Who you telling?
I know. And it's like – man, you just spend most of the day at work, and then you go home, you blink twice, and you yawn, and it's time to go to bed. That's just how it feels most times. So, for me, it's just getting the time to do it. And I had to get a better schedule to do that, and that's just my own problem. So, oh, boy.
Okay.
Did you ever...
slightly off topic here, but,
Well, now we're in the next segment, right?
Yeah, this
the
is
one more thing
segment.
Yeah.
I just out there. Apple. This is directed at you, Apple.
You just muted yourself.
I muted myself, but Apple, I'm begging you, put an M-series chip in my iPad mini. It doesn't matter the price. I'm looking to upgrade right now. Apple, if you put an M-series chip in my iPad mini, I will throw the money at your feet. I'll just keep throwing money at your feet. I will buy
you should say
Apple
that, Quasey.
Care One.
It's funny you should say that because we are expecting an October mini event from Apple, right? That might just include what you're just asking. Which I'm going to have to say you probably want the M3 and the M4, right?
Pro chips.
But right now,
I don't want no A19
I
Pro
don't
chip.
know. I'm saying iPad mini is still a strong contender in the iPad market, Quasey.
This is true, but I need an M-series chip.
They haven't given up on it, so let's just see if they do it in October. I'm not saying I have any information about this. I just have a hunch that they will do it. Probably the M3 chip, I'm guessing, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Gladly throw in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, maybe not hundreds of thousands. I will gladly throw in hundreds of dollars.
If you're buying pallets of iPads, okay, but yeah. I would like to see, this is Am's request from Apple if we're going to do this. I want to see an iPad Pro level performance and chipset and all that's in there in the screen size of an iPad mini. So I want an iPad mini Pro. That's what I want. There's no reason why they couldn't do that. I got to think about this, right? I mean, right now we are adhered to the concept that a Pro iPad has to be 11 inches and more, and that's it. You can't go down from that. But is it really inconceivable for the concept of a Pro chipset and everything they put into that iPad to be an iPad mini? I don't know if that's impossible to do. I think they could pull off. I mean, look what they do in an iPhone, right? I mean, seriously, it's impressive to say the least. So I would love that concept. Do you think, Quasey, that those who purchase iPad Pros now, the 11-inch or 13-inch or so on, right, if presented with an option for an iPad mini Pro with the same chipset as a Pro, same RAM as a Pro, same storage size as a Pro, and performance overall, would they do that?
I think the biggest thing that would hold people back is, first off, obviously the screen size, but second, just the general, the accessories. You have to use your own
keyboard.
Bluetooth keyboard.
What if Apple came out with a Magic Keyboard? I don't know if that's true. Here's why. There is so many manufacturers now making keyboards to the iPad mini that you can use in a case form, like Logitech and so many other places. It's going to be smaller. Yes, I understand that. But do you think for a second that Apple can't pull that off? I mean, there's so many things out there that we're used to that are smaller. Look at your phone. Your phone has small keyboard right now, correct? It's digital, but it is. So you see that people aren't like upset at that concept of that. And it gives them the option, right? Because I know that in an iPad Pro model, I want that keyboard from Apple. There's no question about that. So if they did that into a mini, I think we would see a surprising number of people that would buy that because, as you stated, it's too big to hold. And like, you don't want to hold iPad Pro on your above your head when you're going to sleep because if that falls
Absolutely
in your face,
not. If I
you're
start
going
dozing
to
off,
the ER.
yeah, 100%.
You're going to the ER.
I hurt myself
replacement.
with this tiny phone.
Yeah, an iPad Pro like what I have, if you drop that with the Apple keyboard case, you have now a dent for a tech deck to play on. It's not even fair. So yeah, I love that concept. I think that would be a phenomenal way to do that. I don't know, it's just what I think. It'd be really nice, but Apple did pull off the 2 terabyte iPhone, which Quasi, I have wanted for so long, and they finally pulled it off.
It's quite hefty in the price range though.
Oh, it is.
Dang near $2,000.
Trust me, I'm aware of this. It's $2,000 for the Pro Max for that.
Yeah, it's only in the Pro Max though, right?
And you know what? I heard only one rumor about that, Quasi. That's the thing. I didn't hear anything from anybody saying that. So they got that locked down pretty good. I heard one person say it, but his track record was like 4.5%, so I didn't believe it. So, in any case, is what it is. Well, anyway, we should probably wrap up this episode because we did go a lot longer last episode for sure. So, is there any closing remarks, Quasi?
Any closing remarks? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to stop what you're doing. If you're driving on the highway, go ahead and turn on your hazards, pull over to the shoulder, right? If you're on a plane, okay.
Don't do that at all.
Pass, yeah. If you're the pilot of a plane, go ahead and land. Very important, all right? We'll wait for you. We'll give you 5 seconds.
5 seconds for a plane.
Now you should be pulled over. You should be having nothing to do, guys. What I'm about to tell you is extremely important. I need you to, first off, make sure that you're following this podcast on Apple Podcasts. Number 2, I need you to go to YouTube, type in One More Thing Tech Podcast, and go hit the subscribe button. Let me tell you something. If our subscribers do not increase exponentially after this video, there will be drastic changes. This isn't a threat. This is a promise. I will find you, and I will eliminate you. Adam, any closing remarks?
As Quasi said, we would like increasingly amount of more people to subscribe on YouTube as well. And not just Apple Podcasts, but Spotify, and we're on like almost every platform except one, I think. That's because there was a disagreement that we had with them, and we just don't want to do that. So, but I want to set a goal between now and next episode, Quasi, that we have 5 people that listen to this podcast, join our Discord server, and let's start a discussion. I don't care if it's about like the deals in your local
we're
area.
talking to you right now.
Yeah.
I know you hear us. Don't ignore me.
Yeah.
I know you hear me.
It's because I just want to hear from our fans. We see some interaction on TikTok, and we're really happy about that. I just would love to see in Discord the same conversation going because guess what? I mean, it could be about what's the deals for your Burger King for that week. It doesn't matter. Let's just open up discussion. We want to get to know our fans.
I'll see you guys about anything, trust me.
Yeah, Quasi's really good at like telling about shoes. Like he knows about shoes like crazy. Let me tell you that.
I really don't. What are you talking about?
Shut up, Quasi. Go with
my
it.
Roommate. Hey, I'll have some great opinions because my roommate's really good at talking about shoes.
Okay.
As an extension, I've become pretty good at
Quasi
talking about shoes.
will love to talk to you about the Nike 3D print basketball. He just cannot wait to talk to you about that. Remember that, Quasi? I'm going to throw that right at you.
It's from Wilson.
Or Wilson, sorry, not Nike. Wilson, yes. What was that, $1,000 basketball or something? Are you going to buy that, by the way?
At Why get an airless basketball for $1,000 when I can get the regular thing for $5 at Five Below?
I will say this much. I would 100% purchase that ball if it wasn't that expensive.
It's a cool concept, don't get me wrong.
I don't no more do you have to blow up the ball, it deflates, there's all those issues. Like you just forever play it. Like that concept is great. Now of course it's going to deteriorate with the material, right? Of course. But the whole idea that it doesn't deflate, or you can just bounce on nails if you want to. I mean, you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying, but you could. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being a part of this show. We love our fans. We love what you guys bring to the table, and thank you for listening to us each week. Please subscribe on Discord and our platforms that we're on. We would love that. And I want to see some interaction in Discord if you can. And let's see you guys next week. Have a wonderful week.